Good evening and welcome to Courts Today by Livelaw. This is your host Shambhavi Srivastav bringing you the latest updates on the legal front. This is your go-to source for all things legal. Let us start. The chairman of the State Bank of India submitted a compliance affidavit to the Supreme Court confirming the bank's provision of electoral bond details to the Election Commission of India. The affidavit stated that SBI has shared information on bond purchasers and political parties redeeming them, encompassing 22,217 purchased bonds and 22,030 redeemed bonds from April 1, 2019 to February 15, 2024. The data was delivered to the ECI in password-protected PDF files on a pen drive. This action followed the Supreme Court's refusal to grant SBI an extension, citing its possession of the required information despite earlier challenges expressed by the bank. Though contempt proceedings were not initiated, the court cautioned SBI to adhere to timelines and provide detailed directives. In response, SBI's chairperson affirmed compliance with the court's directions. The ECI has been instructed to publish this information on its website by March 15, 2024. In a 2:1 majority decision, the Bombay High Court refused to stop the union government from establishing its fact-check unit as per the 2023 IT Rules Amendment case. The rule empowers the government to label online content related to its affairs as fake, false, or misleading. Social media platforms must then remove such content or face legal action. Justice Chandorkar, siding with the union, stated that no immediate harm would result from the unit's notification. This decision came after a split verdict in January 2024 where Justice Gautam Patel advocated for striking down the rule, citing concerns of censorship and infringement of free speech, while Justice Neela Gokhale upheld the rule, arguing it targets only fake or misleading content, not genuine opinions. Gokhale also noted that the rule doesn't require immediate removal of flagged content but allows intermediaries to issue disclaimers. The Uttarakhand Uniform Civil Code Bill 2024 has been approved by President Draupadi Murmu. Introduced in 2022 under Pushkar Singh Dhami's leadership, the bill includes provisions such as mandatory registration of live-in relationships and regulations for contract marriages. It prohibits practices like halala, iddat, and polygamy while ensuring equal inheritance rights for men and women. It applies not only to Uttarakhand but also to residents of the state who are living outside its territories. Failure to register live-in relationships within a month may lead to penalties. The state government is expected to implement the law soon. The Supreme Court agreed to hear petitions challenging the new Election Commissioner's appointment procedure on March 15th, filed by the Association for Democratic Reforms and Dr. Jaya Thakur. The petitions question the constitutionality of the process outlined in the Chief Election Commissioner and Other Election Commissioners Act 2023. The hearing comes amid the resignation of Election Commissioner Arun Goel and potential new appointments by a panel led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The petitioners seek adherence to the Anup Baranwal versus Union of India decision, which mandates appointments based on a committee's advice, including the Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition, and Chief Justice of India. ADR's challenge specifically targets Section 7 of the Act for allegedly violating constitutional principles. The Supreme Court declined to entertain a PIL seeking the immediate removal of farmers from the borders of Delhi amidst ongoing protest. Filed by former BJP MLA Nand Kishore Garg, the PIL argued that the protests were causing significant inconvenience to the public and violating the rule of law. Garg sought removal of protesters obstructing roads and highways along with comprehensive guidelines on such protest. The court directed Garg to address the matter in the Punjab and Haryana High Court, where similar issues were under consideration. This refusal comes as farmers resumed their march to Delhi, demanding minimum price guarantees for their crops. Earlier, the court also declined to hear another PIL regarding the farmers' protest, suggesting the matter be addressed in the respective high courts. A PIL has been filed in the Punjab and Haryana High Court against the appointment of Nayab Singh Saini as the new Chief Minister of Haryana. Saini, who is also a BJP Lok Sabha MP from Kurukshetra, was appointed after the resignation of former CM ML Khattar and his cabinet. The PIL argues that Saini's dual role as an MP and Chief Minister violates the Constitution and Representation of People Act 1951 as he hasn't resigned from his parliamentary seat. The petitioner claims that Saini's appointment exceeds the permissible limit of 90 MLAs in the Assembly and alleges it to be illegal and fraudulent. The PIL also challenges the appointment of 5 cabinet ministers and seeks to freeze their salaries and benefits. The leader of opposition in the Assam Assembly and a Congress MP from Assam filed an interim application in the Supreme Court seeking to halt the implementation of the Citizenship Amendment Rules 2024, arguing they violate the Constitution and the Assam Accord. They contend that the rules lack a determining principle and discriminate based on religion. Additionally, they raised concerns about potential suppression of dissent. Separately, the All Assam Students Union filed a petition seeking to annul the rules, citing contradictions with the Assam Accord and the Citizenship Act. The Citizenship Amendment Act, passed in 2019, aims to expedite citizenship for non-Muslim migrants from neighboring countries, but its implementation has faced legal challenges and widespread protests. The Karnataka High Court extended its interim order until March 28th, prohibiting Think and Learn Private Limited's investors from implementing decisions made in their extraordinary general meeting on February 23, 2024, which reportedly sought the removal of CEO Baiju Ravindran. The extension came after the company's counsel requested time to respond to objections from the investors. The respondents questioned the legality of the petition and the ex parte order, noting that the dispute is pending before the NCLT and is not arbitrable. The senior advocate who appeared for the company expressed concern over the allegedly fraudulent objections raised by the investors, stating that foreign investors shouldn't take Indian courts for granted. The court instructed that objections be submitted in writing and scheduled the matter for March 28, 2024. The company had initially filed the petition alleging that the stakeholders' meeting was called by foreign investors without following the proper procedure under the Companies Act 2013. The Delhi High Court acquitted a stepfather who was convicted in 2015 for sexually assaulting and raping his minor daughter in 2014. The court cited multiple reasons to doubt the victim's testimony, including inconsistencies and lack of support from family members. Despite DNA evidence, the court found insufficient evidence to convict the accused. It noted the victim's repeated visits to the accused in jail, which seemed contradictory to the allegations. The court emphasized the importance of ensuring the testimony of child witnesses is not influenced by tutoring and highlighted the need for corroborating evidence in such cases. The Bombay High Court has ordered the release of a 36-year-old rape convict who had been imprisoned for 19 years after it was discovered that he was a juvenile at the time of the offence in 2005. The convict, who had been sentenced to life imprisonment for raping a 3-year-old girl, petitioned the High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution, seeking release after serving over 14 years in prison. During the proceedings, it was revealed that the convict was only 16 years and 9 months old at the time of the offence, making him eligible for the provisions of the Juvenile Justice Act. The court ordered his immediate release, noting that he had already served more than 3 years of actual imprisonment. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on LiveLaw. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and support us. You can also support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos, or consider becoming a member at just 89 rupees per month.